Hello, Temple Builders. This is Nikki coming to you from outside today on this beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. And this may or may not be our last session. We may have one more after this, but depending on what that is, we're going to act like this is the last session. And I want to leave you guys with some gems today that will help you to further your practice if you want to keep practicing. If you want to keep practicing with me, look out for any information on a YouTube channel coming soon, or any channel. So just look forward to that. But as far as continuing to practice, I'll give you guys some gems throughout our practice today to continue. Also, happy Juneteenth. Hence the t-shirt. Hope you like it. My dad got it for me, so thank you, Dad. All right, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna start on our backs today. This is a true morning practice. So if you can't get out of bed, this is for you. This first exercise is for you. So, all right. And if you have a strap like last time, go ahead and get it out. If you wanna use a towel, or if you just don't have anything, it's fine, you don't need it. So let's go ahead and start with our hands by our sides, palms facing down. You'll take your feet out or walk them out to the edges of your mat. Start to let your knees fall to the right, bring them up, fall to the left, and do that a couple more times at your own pace. You can also go at my pace, whatever works for you. Just to warm up the back. A few more times here, right and left. Make this your last time, however slow you're going. Last set. And to the left. All right, bring your hands back center. Hands are coming back center, but your legs are also coming center. Take that right leg up, cross it over the right knee. Now you can stay here, maybe play with this position, or take a full figure four or pigeon on the back, depending on what you want to call it today. So, but what you'll do is bring that right hand through your figure four, grab the back of your leg, hold it here, and we're still warming up here, so you don't have to pull it in and really go to your ultimate stretch. Just roll a little bit on the lower back here, hold it. And just an alternative to this exercise, like I said, gems. If you ever just don't want to do all that, just take your foot in and maybe try and take that ankle over. And this is an easier way to do that posture. Easy being relative. All right, other side. Left leg comes up, crosses over the knee, grab in between the legs, grab the back of your knee, back of your thigh. Hold it here once again, just warming up those hips. These are the biggest muscles in your body, so be gentle. All right, in that second pose, once again, you can just extend that right leg out, pull the knee in, and then take the foot to the side. If you want a little bit of an easier way to stretch that area. All right, take both knees in, rock up and down on your back, or you can just push yourself up to a seated posture. From here, you're gonna come over onto your knees. All right, so from here, ankles over knees, shoulders over your knees. Do that one more time. Shoulders over your wrist, hips over your knees. There we go, Nakaile. You'll start to take some cat-cows. Inhale, drop the belly. Tilt the tailbone and head up. Exhale, curve the spine. And continue here. Now you can always take this pose how you want to. If you just want to come on to tabletop, this is tabletop. You can go side to side, take some circles, or just do normal cat-cow. Whatever is needed for your body today, you'll know. Your body will call to it, so follow whatever motion it wants to go in. All right, from here, widen your knees to the widths of your mat. Allow the toes to touch behind you. Sit the hips back, walk your hands forward. Forehead comes to the ground or a block if you have one. And hold it here. Now here I want to remind you about your breath. Remember to deepen the breath, inhaling through the belly, exhaling out that same way. And remember we talked about inhaling into the nose, out through the nose. That's to help build heat within the body. So I want you to continue that throughout your practice, even if you're not with me. All right, next you're going to take that right hand out to the side. Let's work on the inside of the shoulder there. You're going to lift the right arm up. Give yourself a little bit of help with your rotation. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm talking into the mat. All right, come back down. You can do any of these exercises, walk the hand in. Any of these as long as you want. This is just how long we're doing it today. So bring that left hand out to the side. Pull it up. All right, lower the hand back to the ground. Pull it in. Walk your hands in. Shoulders come over those wrists again. All right. So from here, we're going to thread the needle. So we're going to work on the outside of the shoulder now. Center your left hand. Bring that right arm out and up. Cross it underneath. Once again, you can always use a block or any prop to put your shoulder on. Otherwise, bring it all the way to the ground. Forehead comes to the ground. You can leave your hand right there flat on the ground. Walk it out for a little bit deeper of a stretch, or take a bind by bringing that hand behind the small of the back. And if you want to feel an even deeper stretch in the upper shoulders, stack your left shoulder on top of your right. Pull it up and try and look closer up towards your ceiling. All right, go ahead and release this stretch. Come out of it. And once again, you can stay there longer if you want, and you can pause the video. Otherwise, let's keep going. Center your right hand this time. Left hand comes up and over. Cross it underneath the left. Shoulder comes to the ground or to a prop. 3 arm positions. Right hand can stay here, come out in front of you, or come behind the small of your back. Stack your shoulders right over left and look up. These are for my flexible Nancy's out there who know you can go there. Otherwise, keep it nice and simple. All right, come back to your tabletop. Now we're gonna work on something real quick that's called floating tabletop. This is our challenge of the day. Floating tabletop, you're gonna push into your feet and your hands and bring those knees off the ground. These are for my flat-footed people as well, because it stretches those toes, it stretches your arch. All right, release your knees to the ground. Keep practicing that if you want to, if you liked it. If you didn't, we didn't even do it. So, now this is again for my flat-footed people, since I want to say most of us are some brown babies out there, and a lot of brown babies have flat feet. So, even if you're not a baby, you're like, that's not me, I'm not a baby. No, you are. You're still a baby in God's eyes. So you're gonna tuck your toes under and come back on your heels and hold it here. This is the stretch, it's a foot stretch, and make sure your heel is vertical. So this is all felt in the feet. You might hate it. You might be like, oh, this feels really good. And if you don't feel it, you can challenge the stretch by coming onto the hands, pulling those knees off the ground. Now, if you're looking at me like I'm crazy, just stay where you are. All right, you're done. Come out of it. Tuck those toes, send your hips up to downward facing dog. Now from here, make sure we're perfecting down dog today. We're gonna do this one more time, I think 2 more times actually in our sequence. So walk those legs out, tilt your tailbone up towards the ceiling, stretch the tailbone away from your wrist, hold it here, lengthen in the back. On every exhale, press your chest closer toward your legs. Hold it here. It's okay if your heels don't come to the ground, as long as you feel a stretch in those hamstrings. All right, now look towards the top of your mat. Step or float towards the top of your mat. Let's just step. I don't know why I said float. We're not doing float today. Bend your knees for better stability and roll up to standing. All right, so now we're gonna do a short flow real quick. I know we introduced flows a little bit earlier in the sequence, so we're gonna do that today. We're just gonna go over a quick one though. It's not gonna be the one that we did, I don't think. So this will be a lunge series. Go with me because we're not gonna do that many. We're just gonna do 2. So inhale your arms overhead, palms come together. Exhale for a baby back bend. Have the chest nice and open. Arms are framing the face, palms forward, heart up towards the ceiling, bending at the upper back. Inhale up, exhale forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten the back. Arms are straight. Your hands can either slide up your shins or they can be on the ground. It's okay. Come back down on an exhale. Step or float back to, we're not floating today. Why do I keep saying that? But anyway, step back into plank, shift forward on the toes, lower down, all the way to your mat. Here you can take a baby or a full cobra. Baby, you'll stop with your arms bent. At full cobra, I was like, what did I just say? Full cobra, it'll be arms straight. Lift the head up and lower down on an exhale. Push through tabletop position. Back to your down dog. All right, now we're gonna shift to our lunge series. So you're gonna inhale, look forward, exhale, step forward. Inhale, roll up. Faster this time, exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Step the right foot back into a low lunge. Hold it here. Now, make sure you're drawing that left hip back, right hip forward. Keep the hands framing the leg. All right, lower the back knee down. Step your left foot back to meet your right. Shift forward, chaturanga, baby chaturanga here. Inhale, exhale, push through tabletop. Back to your downward facing dog. All right, left side, last time, walk forward or just stand up. Arms up overhead, inhale. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Step your inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left foot back into a low lunge. You can modify any of these as necessary. I want to keep explaining that. So once you're here, make sure your hips are square forward. Lower that back knee down, step the right foot back to meet your left. Lower down. Inhale up. Exhale back down. Stop in tabletop. Now, just real quick, if you feel like all of that was crazy, just to go forward, you can just bend down, step the foot back. Bend down, step the foot back, stuff like that. Lower down, you can always keep the knee down, and then try it on your own. Those are just a couple ways in case you're still looking at the camera like I'm still at the first thing you did. Remember, modify as needed, and you know your body better than I do. Now you're gonna stand up or jump up because I have a lot of energy. So we're gonna stretch that IT band real quick. So you're gonna step your right foot over your left foot. Yeah, I said that right. All right. Make sure your left hand is down by your side. Right hand comes up and over. You're gonna stretch. And if you can, push those hips over to the side. Get an even bigger stretch in the waist. IT band, obliques, hold it here. All right, come back up, shake it out. Uncross the legs in an easier way than I just did. Now, left foot over the right. Bring that left hand up and over to the side. Push those hips towards the left. You can, even if you have a wall somewhere near, you can go to the wall, hold the wall, and really do this one. All right, hold it here. All right, good job, everybody. Shake it out. All right. So we're gonna do one balance, standing balance, because I was gonna say let's do an arm balance. We're not doing arm balance. So we're gonna do one standing balance for you guys today, just to leave with, and it's one that we have already done. There's some stuff on my mat. All right. Right leg is gonna come in for tree pose. So make sure you're grounded down through your left foot, hands at heart center. Right hand, right foot comes to your ankle. Hold it here, and you're gonna press equally between your foot and your ankle. Now, if you're feeling advanced today, you wanna walk your foot up a little bit higher, you can. Just make sure you keep your balance like I'm trying to on this little, on this mat. All right, and if it's in your practice, you can bring that foot above the knee. Just avoid pressure on the knee. You know how we feel about knees in here? I can't balance today, guys. All right. Smile, because that makes it easier. You're gonna bring your hands up and overhead if that's in your practice to grow the branches. All right, bring the hands back down. Shake it out. Left side, ground down through the right foot this time. Left foot comes to right ankle. Hands at heart center. Now make sure you're grounding down. Press that inner thigh out. Press equally between the foot and the leg. Hold it here, and if you try to on one side, you can walk the foot up the leg, skip the knee. If you did so on one side, try and keep equilibrium and go to where you were on that other side. All right, from here, lower back down, shake it out. All right, step to the back of your mat. We're going to do a quick hamstring stretch before we finish up. So, what you'll do is bring your arms up and overhead, exhale, forward fold, and walk your feet out to, and if you have to bend the knees, it's okay to bend the knees. From here, try and grasp the ground. Now this is, once again, if you have a block or something, I don't have a block, but if you had a block, you can always use that, and then you can press your hands on the block to make sure you can straighten your hamstrings from here. Otherwise, you're gonna keep your hands on the ground or on a block and allow the head to come down. Now this is an intense, maybe about a 6 on intensity, on 1 to 10. About a 6 on intensity in the hamstrings here. Now you can also interlace at your elbows and allow the head to fall. Otherwise, you can just stay here. Maybe even walk your hands back some. And if you're just struggling to stay up, just hold that block, hold it here, and try and keep that stretch in the backs of your knees. This is my imaginary block. All right, from here, roll up and take a seat on your mat. All right, so we're gonna finish up here with some inner thigh stretches, which you actually need to come back on your knees for, I forgot. So you're gonna open your knees out to as far as you can go today. Allow the feet to flex out to the side. Now you can just stay here if this is already enough for you, enough intensity. This is like a 9 on intensity, really a 10 for most people. Come down to your forearms and relax that head forward or onto a block. Hold it here, and you want to keep those hips in line with the knees. Don't let them come forward, don't let them come back, unless that's just where your body is calling. Who am I to say you can't do it? All right. All right, bring your hands back up onto your palms. Walk the knees in. Sit the hips over to one side or the other. Let the feet come out in front of you. Now we have one more challenge, and we're going to use this challenge to lay down. Always option to just lay down, but if you want to go with the challenge, let's try boat pose onto our back. So readjust yourself on your mat as needed. Bring your feet, so you have 2 options here. You can keep the feet on the ground or bring them to 90 degrees. This is full boat pose, B-O-A-T, not bow, but boat. There we go. And lower down on 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release and shake it out. This is when you want to grab that, either your towel or your strap if you have a strap, or a belt, a nice strong belt. And we're going to do some similar exercises. I think I think we did this before. So this is very good for the hamstring. Just hold it here. If you're one of those people who can't quite get to your toes, hold it here. All right. Now you can hold your leg here for as long as possible, but for time's sake, bring that right arm out to the side. Go ahead and start to cross your right leg over to the left side. Hold it right here. Don't bring that right hip off the ground yet. You're going to hold it right here. Feel it right along the band. Flex those toes to help feel it a little bit more still in your hamstring. Hurts so good, right? Yes? Okay. Go ahead and turn this stretch into a twist. Bring that right hip off the ground. Lower your right foot over. The sun is beautiful and blinding me right now, and it's amazing. So if I haven't been looking at the camera, I blame the sun. All right, go ahead and bring the leg back up. And now you're going to use this to turn this into a quad stretch. So go ahead and come onto your left side. You're going to wrap the strap around your foot. Now once you get a nice balance and you're nice and scooted in, And this is only if you have a block. You can also do it without this is only if you have a strap. You can do this without the strap by just grabbing the foot. Otherwise, use your prop. And you're gonna bring the foot behind you and get a nice little stretch in the quadricep. Because we know how to pronounce words. All right, and come out of it. Shake it out. Other side very quickly. And then we'll end. Hamstring stretch, left side. Make sure the backs of your knee are stretched. Both hips are on the ground. Flex the toes towards the face. Hold it here. Shoulders are relaxed. I'm trying my best to do like big motions so you know what I mean. So you know how to go forward from here. All right, let's turn this into a little IT band stretch. Start to cross the leg over towards your right side. This left hip is glued to the ground at this point. Hold it here. It's okay if you're not as far as me. Don't ever look at me as like I'm the exception, not the rule. I don't know. Anyway, don't pay attention to that. Lower your left foot all the way over to the right side. Basically, your body is your body, and always remember that. All right, hold it here. And be proud of it. All right, come back up to center. Release the strap. Now you're going to, if you want to do that extra quad stretch, you're going to bring your foot around, pull the strap so that you get a nice stretch in that quad. There's a little ant by my head. Hi, little ant. Just don't come towards me. All right, and come out of it. All right, so we are done for today. We're just gonna take a bit of a little lower back roll from side to side. You can go small or you can go big, whatever feels good. Start to thank your body for practice today. Thank your body for getting you through, and thank your body for exactly where you are today. This is such a beautiful tree over me. I want to show you guys. I can't. All right. Inhale, ball into a little tiny ball. Exhale, come into Shavasana. Just a brief Shavasana. You can always pause the video to stay here a little bit longer. Be present in the moment. Release all tension into your mat. Once again, if you'd like to stay in Shavasana, you can, as long as you would like. Otherwise, start to wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers, and when you're ready, pull your knees into your chest. And you can push over to one side or rock up and down, as I like to do, to come back to your seated posture. Let's go ahead and end today. Thank you. Thank you guys for practicing with me all these weeks, sessions, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. See you later. Okay, thank you.